Hey, it's Mike the Garconi Means, and today is a special video because, as you can tell, look, it's me. Hey, look, I can't see myself on the screen, but I know I'm there. I'm experimenting with this, so if you like seeing me up here in the corner, go ahead and let me know in the comments so I know to do this more often. If you despise it and want me to go back to my old ways, also let me know because I really I want to figure it out. I feel like the video might be a bit better if you can actually see me struggling. So, anyways, today we're doing the Colts. The Colts, of course. I've got my notes over here. I know you guys never get to see them. I hope it is recording. Philip Rivers is being sent from the Chargers to the Colts, and in my opinion, the Colts have better weapons for him. So I do think that he is going to be better over here. And I think they had better weapons for him last year, and then they're gonna go ahead and just add Michael Pittman out of nowhere. That was a very good move they had with T.Y. Hilton. They've got Marlon Mack, I think. See that little like that? I would always do like that, but you would never see it. And then yeah, they've got a pretty solid tight end unit. Their defensive line is great. Their linebackers though are top notch with like Darius Leonard and Anthony Walker. So they have a pretty good offense, and I mean you saw they went 7-9 with Jacoby Brissett, and I definitely think that Philip Rivers is better than Jacoby Brissett. So and the rest of the team got better. So I think they're gonna be a 9-7 to 10-6 team. I don't know yet. I haven't done this yet. But also you gotta look at this. I mean, of course they play Jacksonville twice. Look at this easy schedule for them. I mean, look at this. I mean, also they play tough teams. They play Green Bay. They play Pittsburgh. They play Baltimore, of course. They play Cleveland. They play some pretty tough teams, but also. Sorry, I don't know how close I need to be. Also, they play some pretty easy teams, so they've got a pretty average schedule. But I'd say they have an easier schedule than normal. I think they should probably easily. This is a very tough division. It's gonna be 3 out of the 4 teams in this division are good, and it's a pretty hard division to be in right now. All right, so in week 1, going up against Jacksonville. I think they show up in week 1, go to Jacksonville, and I'm sorry, but I don't think Gardner Minshew can pull off a win against the Colts. Even though Philip Rivers is new to the whole Colts thing, they got him pretty early into the offseason. So he's probably already, as I'm recording this, he's probably studied their playbook. He's probably gotten it down. I'm scared that, like, you can only see this, and, like, my face is, I want y'all to be able to see me. I don't know. Week 2 against Minnesota. Minnesota is another great team, but in Indianapolis, I don't know. This is a very tough one. Minnesota is an insanely talented team. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give this one to Minnesota right here in week 2. I don't think that Indianapolis won, even with Andrew Luck. This would be a hard one for them. The Vikings are very, very good. In week 3 against the Jets, is it really even a question? Of course, the Colts are going to beat the Jets. The Jets are basically just Le'Veon Bell at this point. Maybe Denzel Mims. I would say they were Jamal Adams, but we all know how that went. They get the better of that trade, but for this year, it's not looking too good. Week 4, they get another pretty easy game. Although, at this point, I feel like Chicago, they've got a pretty good running game. That is the one thing they've got. They've got David Montgomery on the running game, even Tariq Cohen. Their running game is pretty on point right now. But I don't think a good running game and a solid defense is going to be enough to stop the Colts at this point. So now they're 3-1. Everyone's talking about how surprisingly they're good. And I think they go into week 5, and I think they get surprised by Cleveland. Cleveland does have some talent, and you see, like last year, every now and then it would show. Like in that game with the Jets, I know they were the Jets, and they had like a third-string quarterback, but you still saw how good they were doing on their offense. They do show. I mean, if they play they show flashes of being really good. If they play like that this whole season, the Browns, they could be pretty good. Although you see by this 4-6 record I have with them already, it's not looking like it. Sorry if I'm making you feel uncomfortable by staring directly into the camera. Again, comment and let me know. All right, it's another 3-2. They've got 1 week before their bye week. They've got a pretty good bye week. Week 7 through 9 are the ideal bye weeks right here. Week 8, of course, being the best. And a very, very tough one here. Joe Burrow going up against Philip Rivers in week 6. At this point, again, this will be 6 weeks, and he got drafted by a man. He probably was already studying their playbook before he got drafted because we all knew what was going to happen. Dang, I have something going wrong with my ear, and I can hear myself out. I don't know. And in week 6, I feel like Indianapolis can get the win here. They are a very good team, and I think they're going to go above expectations this year. While they're in their bye week, I have to say I'm out of ideas. Out of ideas. Completely. I have nothing planned. Give me, if you have a video you want, if you've been wanting to see me make a video and I haven't made it yet, let me know. I don't care what kind of video it is. If you send it to me and I have the means to make it in the next 2 or 3 days, I will make it. Okay? Also, one more thing. I tried to upload my video on the best player from every NFL team, and as of right now, it is 0% processed. So I'm sorry about that. All right, going into week 8, they've got another pretty easy game. Again, Detroit could pull off a stunner here, but again, it would be a stunner, and I'm just gonna have to give this one to Indianapolis. So they're feeling pretty good, 5-2, and at this point, this is probably gonna be a pretty good matchup. Baltimore Ravens coming off of a bye week, though. Again, that's not that big of a deal. And Indianapolis at home definitely could be a game that Indianapolis could win, but I just don't see them winning it, as you can tell by the 10-0 record that I have them up there. Obviously, I don't think that Indianapolis is going to beat them. So 5-3. Now they're going to Tennessee, right? They've got everything under control, don't they? They go to Tennessee, and then I'm sorry, but I think they get beat here in Tennessee. Tennessee, I mean, they're a very, very good team. And I mean, they're probably obviously I have them at 9-6. As of right now, could be 10-6, could be 9-7. They're a very, very talented team. You saw them beat the Ravens. You saw them have a very good slugfest with the Chiefs. And of course, that does not mean that they're better than the Chiefs or the Ravens, but still, they're up there near them. And then in week 11 against Green Bay, I think Indianapolis can pull off the dub here in week 11 at home against Green Bay. I think they start showing like, hey, we're up here. We're with these big guys. We just beat Green Bay. And then in week 12, they go back to Tennessee. Well, actually, Tennessee comes to them, and they're looking to say, hey, look at us. We're really good. And I still think that they get swept by the Tennessee Titans. Definitely could see them splitting. But I don't feel, my gut's telling me that they're not. But then, week 13, you know what? I feel like Houston can win this one. Like, I'm sorry, but I think they get 2 divisional losses in a row. I know they lost DeAndre Hopkins, but Houston still does have a pretty solid offense. Then they go into Las Vegas. They're feeling kind of bad. They're back to .500. They're 6-6. They thought they were big. They beat the Green Bay Packers. Oh, man, it's just so sad. But look at this. They beat the Raiders. All right, I know that's not a very big accomplishment. I mean, Josh Jacobs is really their whole offense right now. But they're still they're still a pretty tough team to beat. So Indianapolis beats them. They're 7-6. They're like, all right, guys. They're obviously still in the playoff race. They're saying, all right, guys, we gotta win a couple more games. But they know, we've got Houston coming up next week, and I think they split with Houston. I think Houston comes to them and they knock them back out of the park. 8-6 right now. Ooh, all right. And then they go into Pittsburgh, and I think that this is going to be a hard one, but I feel like Indianapolis, Philip Rivers, can get the win here. And now look at this. Look at this. All they've got to do is beat Jacksonville at home. But, Jacksonville is coming off of a win in Week 16. I know that because I've already done their predictions. They're a pretty solid team at this point. Let me tell you, the only reason they're 2-13 is because the Jaguars have a very, very tough schedule. Ignore Week 18, that is the playoffs. All right, and then Week 17, I think Jacksonville stuns them. Okay, I think Jacksonville gets the win here, knocks them back to 9-7. Let's see if they had won this game, would they have won their division? They would have been in the playoffs as of right now. Again, I have a whole another division of the AFC to do. So be looking out for that. I've got the NFC South coming up next, and I've got the AFC North, sorry, and then I've got the NFC North to finish it out. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. A lot of blue right here, but wait. I'm sorry, I started doing my outro. We gotta do worst case scenario, and then we gotta do best case scenario. So worst case scenario, this is absolutely just their worst. Man, their worst case scenario. I guess their worst case scenario is that they lose these 2 games. Really, I mean, this whole thing. This is gonna sound really bad. It's about as bad as it can get. But again, I mean that's just because of how many easy games that they play. I don't see them losing to any of the easy teams. But this is their worst case scenario right here. 7-9 is their worst case scenario. You should be flattered by that. Best case scenario right here. Obviously, best case scenario, they win that game. They come in here. I think they can beat Cleveland. They can probably beat Minnesota. And I think that's about it. So, from 7-9 to 12-4, that's a pretty dang good range there. And, of course, I think, personally, that you guys will go 9-7. Just know I won't be completely appalled if you guys go, I won't be knocked, my socks won't be flying off my feet if y'all go 12-4 or, 7-9. All right, no, where was that? Did Pittsburgh beat y'all? No. Oh, yes, this game. Back to 9-7. I really do hope you enjoy it, men. Again, sorry, I didn't say men. Again, I'm sorry for the late upload. I was supposed to upload a video at 10 a.m. today. I'm probably going to try to upload it again. I don't know. I'll get a video uploaded. Give me video ideas. Make me a banner. Go to Playoff Predictors. Send me your predictions. Or just tell me what they are in the comments. Tell me how wrong I am. Tell me how they're going to go 15-1. I've got a Twitter. You should follow that. I've got an Instagram. You should follow that. I've got a Patreon. If you want to hear me do a podcast, you should support that. I'm telling you this. It's not even a question at this point. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. See you next one. I'm off center.